Student Affairs staff are very special. This is probably one of the most critical times in our history when we need a Student Affairs staff that cares. And the great job they're doing helping students be successful could not be more important to our university. I'm very proud of our Student Affairs staff.
I have a poem of sorts for Student Affairs. I've said this many times, I couldn't do my job without the support of Student Affairs staff. The questions, concerns, and sometimes idiotic requests they get from me are answered without a laugh. Well, sometimes there's a laugh. As I reminisce about financial aid through the years, I think of Joe, Maria, Reiko, and now Bernie O. The PeopleSoft financial aid transition, I remember it well. It was difficult. I couldn't rhyme it the way I wanted to. I count on Carolyn's help with humor with student complaints. I'd share some of the funnier ones here, but FERPA regulations have been made very clear. And speaking of FERPA, thanks to Vivian, who made these regulations clear. Hey Vivian, I heard you retired, but aren't you still here? Admissions, records, and evaluations. Past directors Carol Cotton, Joe Marshall, Richard Backer, and finally Bernie V., Associate Vice President and golfer extraordinaire. Bernie and his staff are always there to assist, Vivian, Andy, and too many others to list. By the way, I heard the retreat was at Copper River. Bernie, did you have a hand in planning it? Student involvement with Sally, Mirzad, and the lovely Gary, always ready to help. What more can I say? So from me to you, have a great day. And thank you again, Student Affairs staff, for all you do for our students.
What I love about Student Affairs is our shared dedication to student success. Everyone over there that we work with, day to day, hour after hour, is intent upon students progressing toward their degrees, developing a great sense of the institution and their connection with it, and moving forward into terrific careers. We in academic affairs have many of the same goals, and it is great that we've forged such a terrific partnership with Student Affairs, and that everyone at Student Affairs is a part of our family as well. So I really love the community we've established, the dedication that we share, and the lives that we're changing together.
I want to extend my thanks to all of you in Student Affairs for the things that you do for our students here at Fresno State. I have maybe a secret affection for what you do because in a previous life I was a director of student activities and I was the dean of students, and that's before I crossed over to the dark side and started raising money. So I want to take a special moment to say thanks. I know these are interesting times. These are challenging times for our students especially, and they're challenging times for you as a staff, but you're rising to the occasion, doing a great job, and I appreciate it very much.
Well, over the last several years, I've had a chance to review the Hallmark Awards, and it's really a great opportunity to see all of the efforts way above and beyond the normal 40-hour work week that Student Affairs staff put in. And you know, as a faculty member, you know, I certainly recognize that Student Affairs staff really is that heart and soul of the university. And while faculty members may do all of the education, it's the holistic stuff that all of the Student Affairs do, that academic advising and all of the career counseling and you know, admissions and graduation and everything else, financial aid, that really provide the opportunity for students to really flourish here at Fresno State.
Well, what a pleasure to acknowledge Student Affairs and the many ways in which you've all been very helpful to me. So in my dual position here in Academic Affairs in the Provost's office, I have to give a huge big shout out to a couple of folks. Maxine McDonald, I absolutely love working with you. All of your work on student success and transformation and just being the genuine person that you are, I just am so appreciative of the work that you bring to our initiative. The other person that, of course, I have to give a big shout out to is someone that I call quite often, student problems, and that, of course, is Dr. Carolyn Kuhn. Carolyn, you're my go-to gal for everything, and I've been calling you since I was a chair, so it's been many, many years, and I want to thank you for all of those years of service. On my role as continuing in Global Ed Associate Vice President, again, I have people that I'm talking to every day. I'm absolutely so delighted to have Dr. Paul Hoffman on board as the new international AVP, and your office is absolutely outstanding. I love working with Paul Yanaway behind the scenes. What a great leader you have in him. I cannot tell you how much I would love to steal Melissa Perez, who was absolutely a sensation on your search committee. She's just the detail gal that is always behind the scenes trying to give support to us. And again, I want to also thank in your office all of the staff members that help us with our initiative to move forward internationalization. I'd also like to thank in a very, very big way Andy Hernandez, who has helped us with Early Start in what I would call heroic ways. We started from an initiative that was given to us from the Chancellor's office. Andy, you were behind the scenes. You made this work when we were all down. You kept everyone's spirits up. You were the problem solver, the guy who came to the table with solutions every single time. It's without a doubt that your work has made this a success, and we're the leaders in the system on the Early Start Initiative. And I just want to tell you what a great fan you have in me. So my thanks to all of Student Affairs. I've left out lots of folks that I just want to tell you, I think you're tremendous. You've got a great leader in Dr. O. Of course, he's one of my favorite folks too. And again, continue your great service towards the community, and thanks for all the interface and help that you give with us in academic affairs and continuing global ed.
As the Dean of Undergraduate Studies, I have a great opportunity to work with a number of the student services professionals in student affairs. I've really enjoyed working with those in advising services, and also the people who work in enrollments and in admissions and records. You know, there's always a problem in trying to get a student into the university and get one out. And the student affairs professionals do an excellent job of making sure that they have all the help that they need. In particular, I'd like to single out Maxine McDonald, Dean Christensen, Tina Badal, Vivian Franco, and Andy Hernandez for all the work they've done this last summer as we've worked on super seniors and as we've tried to get students into the Early Start program.
Hi there, students. I want to tell you a secret. I'm the dean of the library, and I'm here to tell you about the biggest secret on campus. And that secret is that your success depends on you visiting and working with Student Affairs. Student Affairs on this campus is the coolest, most open, friendliest bunch of people whose only job it is to make you successful in your academic career. They can provide services of every sort. They work with us in the library. And one of the beautiful things is, the minute you begin those connections with Student Affairs, your life as a student will be transformed. You'll have better study habits. You'll begin to learn what resources are available to you. And when you graduate, you're going to graduate quicker, and you're going to be able to get career counseling and get that top job, because you are smart enough to know that Student Affairs is the place to go and the people to meet. They're your friend.
But I want to tell you what I love most about Student Affairs. Remarkable leaders, dedicated staff, commitment to excellence. And I want to add my thanks to all of you for working so diligently to support the success of all of our students and to represent the university so well to families in our region. Thanks again.
When posed the question about why I love Student Affairs, I was thinking that maybe we wouldn't have enough time to create this video, because I would take up the whole thing, because I have been so actively involved in so many different ways with so many people through not only my roles as a leader, as a department chair and Senate chair, but also just as a faculty member and a committee member and somebody who has benefited from the services along with the students, but also had the opportunity to work with so many wonderful people. And when I think about kind of the way in, I think about being able to go to the staff at the customer service windows to be able to turn in major changes for my department, and bringing in a stack of paperwork and getting exemplary service, and being able to go to the evaluations office and have the amazing staff and evaluations that has basically held the hand of every single department chair on this campus, so we could really figure out what it is that we needed to do to help our students in the time things needed to happen. So I've always been so appreciative of that. I love sitting in the campus advisory network meetings and seeing the work that Dean Christensen and his staff is doing, and meeting some of the advisors, going to some of the appointments with my students, and just seeing what a special touch that they have for making students calm down and see that everything's going to be okay and that they can really work out almost any problem that they encounter. And that's been fabulous. Also, working with the Alcohol Safety Council, my work that I did as Senate Chair with ASI, working with two different, very different ASI presidents, but both equally effective, with Pedro Ramirez and also Selena Farnese, was just a great experience, in knowing that they will just skyrocket in their careers, and seeing the support that they receive from all of the staff and student affairs to really excel. Everything from the amazing work done by outreach services, the way that they provide an opportunity for our department in music, who's already connecting with the community, to kind of quantify and use data and to be able to bring forward as much information as possible to get students to come to our campus. And we started an audition day 2 years ago, and they were instrumental in giving us the opportunity to have access to data so that we could reach those students, and also ways to use social media and other forms of communication with our students. Also, the impact that the Learning Center has had on our students in music has been amazing. We started a freshman program, and the connection between the Learning Center and Tasha and her group, and being able to have a place to send students for help. I also served with students, services for students with disabilities, and worked on the ATI team for that, and just saw the amazing work and was very touched by the link that the office provides for students to be able to get a college degree who might otherwise not have had a chance to do that, and that's been very powerful for me. The help that I've had from University Health and Psychological Services has been unbelievable over the 10 years I've been here, and truly life-saving in many cases, getting students back on track, anything from alcohol dependency to having relationship problems, and just having that resource to be able to walk a student over and to make sure that they would be taken care of, and always knowing that was going to be the case was very powerful to me. All the programs that serve our minority students, CAMP, EOP, and all the related programs have just been, again, really touched my heart, made me realize that we have a wide web of professionals who serve our students, of diversity on our campus, which is so important based on our campus community and our location, having people who really understand the heart of our students and the Central Valley work ethic here. Student activities and leadership, of course, working with Sally and the USU board has been phenomenal for me to see the new leadership programs that have come up, and having been able to participate in some way and help with the governance aspects of that. It's been really exciting for me. And I probably left a few folks out. I'm thinking scholarship office, just essential for the music department. The rec center, being on the rec center board was really fun, and seeing that from the ground up, and also using the facility myself as a faculty member has been a very important thing for me. So I wanted to just end by saying that there are probably 100 people that I got to know really well who work in student affairs that have had a huge impact on my life at Fresno State for the last 10 years, and I wish I could name every single one of them. It would be really challenging because I know that I would leave someone out, but you know who you are, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for the part that you played in making my life special at Fresno State. Thank you.
We always appreciate our partnership with you, particularly in our Work Smart lunches, but also helping to keep us aware of what is going on with students at Fresno State. Many of our departments and our services don't always touch the hands of students directly. Rather, we touch the hands of departments like yours who are serving students, and we want to make sure we're aligned with what you're trying to do to get your job done. So we always appreciate the very thorough reports on enrollment, the retention rate, the student success factor, and all the reports that share with us how students are experiencing Fresno State and what we can do to make your jobs easier. So thank you so much for everything you're doing for our community. We love you guys.
What I appreciate about the Division of Student Affairs is that real sense of caring and investment in me as a student and as a person. I can't explain how much it's meant to me to have people like Dr. Kuhn reach out to me and just express that they're there for me to help me in any way that I need. And that has made all the difference in my time here at Fresno State.